Hello, my beautiful wine lovers. Sommelier Angie here. Welcome to part 2 of our Chenin Blanc journey. If you missed part 1, we uncovered the history, geography, and personality of this incredible grape and started with a sparkling Chenin Blanc. Today, we are going deeper. Let's taste. We are moving further to our next popular location for Chenin Blanc, AOC, appellation Savennier. It is in sub-region of Loire, Anjou-Saumur. It is the most famous appellation for bone-dry Chenin Blancs in the world. This Chenin Blanc is the most dry you can ever find anywhere. What can we see on the label? Of course, the year of harvest. It's 5 years old. Le Descent River. I hope my pronunciation is right. It's the Walled Vineyard name. Savenniers is our AOC appellation name. Ramard is the family estate, like surname of the owner. 30% alcohol by volume. Already so much aromas in the room. I love it. Let's start evaluate appearance. The clarity is clear and intensity pale. Is it lemon green, lemon gold or amber? I think it's lemon because it's not enough for gold and too much for lemon green. We saw that it's pale and the color is lemon. Now we go to the nose. It's a bit different as my previous wines. Maybe I have to swirl it a little bit. It's not the same as Riesling, and I barely feel any fruits. Wow, condition is clean. I'm even not sure if it's clean. Strange. Intensity. I noticed that as I firstly opened the bottle and gave a little bit to the glass that already aromas came. So that's why aromas pronounced. But which aromas? It will be complicated. Anyway, there are a lot of minerals because of the slope in the Savennier appellation and stones. Maybe a hint of green fruits, but not a lot. Like every second I feel more and more fruits. I have a pear here, so actually I can compare fruits, and here no fruits. I will write something like pomelo maybe. With the time, aromas open themselves more and more. So I feel a little bit hint of butter because of malolactic conversion and something complicated. I can't understand what it is. But I wrote to myself wool. A little bit cat, you know, somehow. Wet cat. So I wrote wool. Wet wool. So, what do we feel on the palate? It's dry. Surprise, surprise. Acidity, high. Alcohol, because of burning, you feel alcohol, but not that much, like medium. Body is light, of course. Flavor intensity. What flavor? I mean, minerals and stones, it's intensive, but you feel it for alcohol, so I feel burn and acid. Stones, but stones are not what I don't want to feel. A little bit aftertaste of pomelo. You can feel there is no butter, there is no wool. Only primary. Finish. Let's wait. Is it short, medium, or long? Yeah, in aftertaste you feel more and more fruits as well. A little bit of pear. Medium. Medium aftertaste. Conclusion. Do we have a balance? Yes. And length. Medium. What is it? Like 50-50, I don't know. Plus minus. Intensity is also medium or light. It's opening itself. Now I feel pear. And now I feel it longer. It's really complicated somehow. This wine is tricky. You have to give it time to open. So intensity also plus minus. And complexity, yes, you see that your opinion is changing from minute to minute. It is complex. I would say this 50-50 for length and 50-50 for intensity will bring 1 point, so it's like 3 points or 4. That's why I will say that it's a very good wine. It's opened itself somehow more and more now. I don't feel any red stones anymore. I don't feel any minerals. Now I feel a lot. Pear, green apple, pomelo. Even a little bit riper as just ripe. Yeah, wow. Wow. I'm impressed. Now it's fruity. Yeah, it's very good wine.
I don't like too dry wine. If it's too dry, I don't like it.
So my least favorites were the sparkling and the dry, which is normally what I would go for actually. And the dry, honestly, it was fine, but it was like not special.
Dry wine.
Yeah, especially in comparison to the other wines. I just didn't like, it was like I drank and I was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, we are different guys. Nobody's favorite was dry. Or normally everybody say, oh, I like dry wine. I like dry wine. Okay. I hear you. So the pairing. What will work good here? Since it's very dry and acidic, something salty and fat would work good. Something tender maybe. Fish. There is also a local plate, galette des avenirs. It's like pastry. Soft cheese and chicken. So I got here a really classical combination. It's local combination. What grows together goes together. Rule works here. It's piece of fresh and young goat cheese. Why it works? Because there are delicate fat and acid from wine can easily cut through it. There is also acid, and acid with acid work good. And there is also mineral aftertaste as well as in the wine, the flavor of minerals. And that's why we expect it to work good together. So let's try. Nice, nice. Wine is much more fruity now after the goat cheese. I forgot about minerals to be honest, and about stones. Now it's like green fruits and citrus fruits. Yes, yes, yes. I'm really happy with this combination. And I don't have wine anymore, so I will give me a little bit more. Sorry, guys, from tomorrow, but I have to be prepared. Who knows, maybe it will come more people as I expect, so I should to give my portion to somebody. That's why I have to enjoy it right now. So goat cheese was a really nice combination. You can feel everything you wanna feel. And anti-pair or bad match would be this ripe pear. Why? Wine have to be sweeter as food. I expect that pear will make too fruity background for wine, and it will seem less fruity, less sweet. It's also sweet, more acidic, more dry. That's why we will not feel our fruits anymore. We'll just feel alcohol, and we don't want it. How gonna wine affect the fruit? It could just broke all the gentle aromas and fruitiness with its crispiness and strong alcohol. But we will try it right now. Here, feel acid of it, fruitiness of it, sugar without swirling, dry wine. Yes, as I said before, you just a lot of alcohol here, acid, and you feel only fruit in your pear. To contrast, small piece of goat cheese one more time. Yes, and fruits came back. Wow, I'm glad you can see the difference. Thank God I did the right pair and anti-pair. We are going further. Now we are flying to South Africa, to Stellenbosch. It's a wine region which also really known now for Chenin Blanc. What is the most important there? It is old bush wine. What is old bush? Old wines, the wines which are from 30 to even 100 years old, and bush wines means that the wines are not trained on virus. they like grow naturally like small bushes and not staying as normal wines. And old bushes wine means that it is not fixed bushes older as 30 years old. Let's open this bottle. We have a little knife here. Dear friends, if you want to join the next tasting and pairing event, follow my group in Meetup Conscious Wine Tasting in Berlin or our Instagram profile h.energy. You can see the cork. It's also like the bottle style, white and black. The wine is 2 years old and has 13.5% of alcohol by volume. Appearance. It's a little bit more intense as previous one. We can compare. You see this from South Africa, this from France. Both are dry. Clarity is clear. The color, I would say it's still lemon. You will see the watery rim. That's why it's still pretty pale. Nose. Wow, it's a huge difference with previous one. It's much more delicate and minerally, and here you like feel wow, so many ripe fruits and a little bit honey. Wow. Let's begin with the beginning. Nose is clean, intensity is pronounced. I'm surprised. Aroma characteristic. It smells sweet. I mean, like ripe sweet fruits and nuts. A little bit of citrus, like orange. A little bit candied orange somehow, like jam. The climate in South Africa is warmer. That's why aromas are so different. They are riper and more fruity. I also feel stone fruits, a lot of apricot and tropical fruits like mango, a little bit banana even, melon. You also feel secondary aromas and a little bit wood. So you can notice oak here, toasted bread and nuts. Hazelnut, it's tertiary aromas already. There are so much here. Honey, like toasted bread was with butter. It's a really interesting nose, I would say. The palate. Whew. It's dry wine. There comes a lot of water in my mouth, so it's sign of high acidity. Actually, I don't feel a lot alcohol here, so I would say medium because it's not that burning as previous one. Body, I would even say medium because it's more early somehow. Medium body. Flavor intensity is pronounced. What I feel in the palate, my oranges, my apricots, banana, yes, mango, even bread also here. My toasted bread, of course. Honey gone actually. I don't feel so much honey as in the nose, but hazelnut is here. Because of these old bushes, they also give a lot of intensity to the grapes. That's why there are a lot of intensive flavor and quality is of course very high. Is the finish long? Yes, it's very long finish. No doubts. So the conclusion, I feel that it will be outstanding. South Africa, you are good. Balance, yes. Length, yes. Intensity, yes, from the first inhale. And the complexity, yes, there are 3 different levels of aromas and flavors, like primary, secondary, and tertiary. So it's definitely outstanding wine. Congratulations, Stellenbosch. I'm glad. You're right. More levels of of flavors there, and the more flavors, the higher quality. So it was outstanding wine actually.
But I'm very into sparkling and the old wine is my favorite. But the old wine is perfect.
Yes, I also liked it so much as I tried it yesterday. After this try, I thought, wow, it's like explosion of taste.
Sweet wine type of person, but today he introduced me to old wine, and it's just like smooth, you know.
Yeah,
And I tried with different combination, and fits very well. So I think my favorite for tonight is the old wine. And I'm very happy I'm here. I was like, yes, find another dry that I like, actually like. Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear it.
Yes, me too.
I'm so glad you discovered something new, guys.
But my favorites were also the old wine.
Yeah.
I think it was the most like special, interesting, and it's just like I can see myself having like 1-2 glasses of.
Which food could be a good pairing here? Ripe cheese, fried vegetables, white fish. Which key qualities we gonna pair? The wine is dry, Acidity is medium because there was not that much water in my mouth as from 7 year. It's like coming a lot of water, and here comes less because of ripeness. Acidity was medium body. You feel a lot of nuts here and complexity. These qualities we're gonna pair with food. I have here a little bit toasted almond with a little bit salt, because salt always goes well with dry wine as with acidity, as well as fat, and there is also a little bit fat here, and nutty flavors. It's actually contrasting par with a little bit element of complementary pairing type. Nuts complement nuts. Salt makes wine seem less dry and less acidic. We take our toasted salted almond. Not that many salt here. The nuttiness in wine is enhanced through the nuts. If you have in your palate background almond, it opens the wine more nutty. And it wasn't too much saltiness to make it feel sweeter. I would add a little bit more salt. And to feel it even more complex, we will take here a little bit of goat cheese. It's salty and acidic, so let's try together. Nuttiness is more complex, but wine still doesn't look sweeter, unfortunately. I would even drink wine better alone, but we have anti-pair here. It's our puff pastry. What could be a problem here? Acid is not that high, so it could seem flat. So maybe the acid could not be enough for this fat. Let's just try. I'm not sure here. Nuts are gone, the fruits are gone, everything gone in the wine. Somehow this pastry, it feels like two separate things. The pastry doesn't enhance anything in wine, anything good in wine. You just feel pastry. If you eat it together, it's not complement each other. And almond has less flavors, that's why it complements the wine more, even without salt. Yes, pastry is just tasty itself. It's a tasty pastry, but it's not complement the wine. But the almond is complementing it really good. Not only the nuttiness, but also fruits are still here if you try it with almond.
Hello, what
Hello.
is your name?
My name is Tika.
Hello Tika. You're here at Envy's wine tasting event.
Yes.
What did you like the most about this evening?
I would say the atmosphere, first of all. And then I really like that Angie was explaining like the type of grape and like a little bit of the details about the wines. For me, that's very important because I didn't really know, and that's like new information like for me. So yeah, and of course the wine.
If you think about this evening, did you saw some room for improvements?
This is my first ever wine event, so probably not the best person to ask that question. But I don't know, maybe more option of the wine would be nicer. Doesn't matter the price, to be honest. The type of wine, I would say for me personally, maybe the dry, because I also didn't really try a lot of dry wine. But yeah.
So what was your favorite wine today?
Old wine,
The
definitely.
old wine, yes.
It's a,
Okay.
it's a very strong aroma for me per se, because I'm a sweet wine type of person, but that was really smooth. And I try with different type of snacks and all that. It just goes very well.
Oh, perfect. And would you recommend this event?
Definitely, I actually already like sent the invitation to my friends. I was
Yes.
like, yeah, if you wanna. And next time, if she was gonna do another one, I'm gonna bring my partner.
Ah, very nice. We
yes.
are looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank
as
you
well.
very much, Tika.
Thank you very much.
Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.
Now we are ready with dry wines and we're going further. We're flying back to France, back to our Vouvray appellation in our Loire Valley in Tournai sub-region. We are here again because the main star of Vouvray is demi-sec. Demi-sec is off-dry in French. Actually, Chenin Blanc is really known for its demi-sec style. I'm really curious because, you know, I like sweet wines more as dry. That's why I think this one I will really like. We are already familiar with this family estate domain wit from our sparkling style. This wine is 5 years old and has 13.5% of alcohol by volume. Really nice smell. Les Hauts Lieux is a vineyard name, what means the high place. And Vouvray is a village and an appellation name. Appearance. It's clear. We can already compare with Souvenir. It's more intensive. This demi-sec. What's about our South Africa? As you can see, it's more intense. The berries are riper. That's why they give more color. So this one seems more intensive than this. Look at the rim, the watery rim. Here it's more yellow until even the rim of the wine, and here it's more watery. For me the color is more golden. So it's actually lemon gold, it's not gold. The nose, the most interesting. Riper fruits you can feel as in Souvenir. More candied. I already feel honey, but it's like the young honey, so it's not because of aging, but because of grape itself. So it was like late harvest, what is pretty famous for demi-sec and for Vouvray, actually for this vineyard. That's why we will in primary aromas already write honey, apricot, jam, queens, maybe queen's gelée or something. A little bit dried fruit, already tertiary aromas. Do we have any secondary like bread or butter or nuts? Actually a hint of something creamy, like cream, butter or cream. There is, I would say butter. And in primary also something like lemongrass you could also feel here. A little bit citrus, there is. Yeah, complex, interesting. I like it. I expected less ripe fruits, honestly, because it's like only demi-sec. It smells already like sweet wine. It smells more like sweet wine as of dry. But I mean, we have enough sweet wines here. That's why I was expecting something in the middle. But okay, let's see. The palate. Oh, my mouth gets so much water. So acidity is already very high. Sweetness, there is not that much sweetness as I expected. Interesting. It's like almost dry, but aromas and flavors are so ripe. So it was smelling like Beerenauslese from previous video about Riesling. Yeah, like very, very sweet. But on the palate, of dry, of course, of dry, medium alcohol. Body is medium. You can see that it's more early. Flavor intensity pronounced. All the berries, all my ripe fruits I can feel. Fruits, you can feel more fresh fruits in the palate as in the nose, so it's like pear. My apricot, not jam anymore, but apricot. Ripe apricot, I would say. Queen's gelée. Lemongrass also stays. No butter anymore. It's very, very fruity wine. And dried fruits flavors there are here. A really interesting wine. Finish is also long. You can feel all your dried fruits on the palate for 5 minutes at least. So conclusion, is it balanced? It is balanced. Sugar in wine have to be balanced with acid or it will not be fresh anymore. And it's fresh. Length, yes. Intensity and complexity, everything here, so no doubt it's outstanding wine. Congratulations, my demi-sec from Vouvray. You performed outstanding. Do you need pause now or no? No, okay.
The demi-sec is okay, just to drink on the balcony on the summer evening.
I also think demi-sec, it's my favorite. And second would be old wine. They both are really nice.
And semi-sweet is something that I always can drink.
The demi-sec was the surprise also for me because I don't like sweet wine actually. Or like I don't like in general, it's not my thing. But yeah. I think as an everyday kind of lunch wine, I think it would be nice.
Food and wine pairing. What producer tell us to try with this wine? Some soft goat cheese. We have it today. It's also classic for this region, for Loire actually. Fish with cream sauce, chicken with fruity sauce because of a lot of fruitiness in wine, and Asia food middle spiciness. A fruit tart, but they don't have to be too sweet. And foie gras, also classic for this one. There is a lot of aging potential here because for aging normally you need acid and sweetness and it have to be outstanding. So it is outstanding. It have a lot of flavor, so it will not go with time. It can only be developed. That's why there is an aging potential. Pairings. It's of dry, acid, medium body, elegant wine. That's why we already can try here something sweeter. For example, our pear. It's also pear aromas in wine. We already saw it. Fruity acidity. Fruitiness in wine will complement fruit, and fruit will complement fruitiness in wine. And it's like a little bit fatty, oily structure. So it will work with medium body well. I try my ripe pear. Actually, I have pretty hard version. Already feel the early fatty structure, a lot of sweetness, fruitiness, and a little bit acids here. As expected, the sweetness make wine less sweet because it's make this sweet background for wine and it's like less sweet compared to pear. But since there is enough sugar and fruity flavors, so they're gone a little bit, but still here. Aftertaste, now I feel it more. Pear, pear, pear. So you have really explosion of pear in your mouth. As I just made a sip of wine, I couldn't feel it that much, but this aftertaste open in your mouth. One more time. Yeah. Wow. Fruity explosion. What else working really good with this wine? We said it will be goat cheese. So because of this fruit tart that was proposed from the producer, we will try it with our jam also. We'll take a little bit of goat cheese from other pairing and a little bit of this apple jam, like really little bit because it don't have to be sweeter as wine, and try it all together. Wow, so many flavors. It's crazy. All together, it works really nice. We can also try it with almond because it's the most universal wine today. Wow, it also works good. It works so interesting. It reminds me of something. I know. This combination reminds me so much on chuchela. Have you tried it? It's Georgian dessert, like nuts covered with grape jelly, and it's really like that. A really interesting combination. We have another cheese. It's gorgonzola. It's very flavored and spicy, and that's why we're afraid that the flavor and spiciness will kill the elegance of the wine, so it will not be enough flavor here because of not enough sugar. This one is really strong, but we will discover it right now. Cheese is pretty strong. It's also blue cheese, that's why it's more strong. Yeah, I still feel sugar because of salt, I guess, and acid here. I feel sugar, but flavors not anymore. Yes, it's bad combination.
Well, so I learned a lot from Angie's presentation. Normally when I go to a restaurant or order wine, I would choose really boring ones like the sparkling wine or rosé or something. And I don't know what wine I like. I know that I like sweet wines, but this was so much more nuanced, and I learned that I like the old wine, the aged, the demi-sec, and I don't know what these were like before. They were all sort of the same color to me. Like I normally choose white or red and yeah, so I learned a lot from this, and it was really nice choosing the different pairings with the food as well. I tried to choose different, like the goat cheese with each different one and see which one worked. So it was really interesting, and Angie had really nice like suggestions for each one, and it was correct every time. Like this worked, this didn't work. Yeah.
Very good, thank you very much. And thinking about the event, do you see some things of improvement? What could she do better next time?
Well, at the beginning, I think we were all really focused on learning from her. And then as we drank more wine, we were more interactive and like saying our opinions. So that was sort of just a natural progression, I guess. It was really well presented. Like everything was so beautiful. So,
okay,
yeah.
Thank you. So, anything else? What was really outstanding, really good?
I loved the detail in the presentation. Like when we looked at the label on the wine bottle, we could see this part meant the region, the details that I wouldn't know to look for. it was really fascinating looking at each wine in detail, and I hope to do this again because it was so fun.
We will do. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.